here today with band leader, keyboard player, and multi-instrumentalist Jeff Taylor. Jeff, you've been playing with the Time Jumpers and with Elvis Costello, but you've also recorded with Amy Grant, George Strait, and with Ricky Skaggs. So Jeff, tell us how you got started playing music and then found your niche playing the accordion.
Well, when I was about 5 years old, I think I was issued one by my parents. My mother was Polish. My dad had a polka band. He played the trumpet. We all played the trumpet. My brother was a drummer also, and so I grew up playing the accordion, and then went to piano when I was about 10, and kept playing accordion. When I was 18, I traded it for an electric guitar.
Of course.
Real nice 335. I wish I still had. And I thought I could get more girls that way, than with an accordion. Anyways, I was away from it for about 15 years. And when I moved to Nashville, a friend of mine, fine accordionist Jeff Lisenby, talked me into buying another one.
The piano and the accordion have many similarities. Tell us about some of these and then some of the differences, and any advice you have on people who want to get started playing the accordion.
Sure, great question. The right hand, of course, is very similar to the piano. It's set up exactly like a piano, except with a shorter scale. This particular one goes from a low G through 2 octaves up to a high C, so it's got 2.5 octaves. Most accordions go from a low F all the way to the A right there. Those big ones do. The buttons are what makes it very different, and the bellows and how it produces sound. When you hit this, nothing happens until you pull on the bellows, so all the power's in your left wrist. And like I said before, it's very expressive. You can make a note, do whatever you want to once you hit it, as if you were a wind instrument player. Now the buttons on the other side, I can more demystify them by showing you what I started on, which is a 12-bass accordion.
Okay.
There's usually a mark where C is, and your middle finger goes on that row there. Those are the bass buttons, or the boom, and this is the chuck. And they're arranged in fifths. C, above it is G, above it is D. So wherever you go, you got a 1, 4, 5 chord. The 1 in the middle. You got Louie Louie everywhere on the accordion. It's pattern based. It's not as difficult as it looks over there. The hardest thing for piano players getting used to is the bellows and what to do with them. All right, this is a stack of Mel Bay books that I have accrued over the years, and there are lots more in my studio and elsewhere in the house. But I'm a fiddle tune junkie, like I said earlier. This was my first Mel Bay fiddle tune book. I got that, and shortly after, that's old time tunes. This one's folk fiddle. I don't even know if these are still available. Oh, here's an accordion method that actually I did the DVD for. This is a piano book that I wrote years ago on country piano.
Jeff, someone who is looking to purchase their first accordion or a vintage piece, what are some of the things that they should look for?
Okay, there's several things. One, it's a kind of dangerous unless it's a new instrument to buy something off of eBay.
Okay.
This is the only one I've ever bought off of eBay, and I knew from the looks of it that it looked like I could deal with it, but I did send it off to be tuned. Often there's tuning discrepancies. They'll be at, like the Italian ones especially, will be at 442, 443, whatever. So you have to have them brought down if you're going to use them with other players, especially somebody with a piano in the band or in studio work. On the first thing you do once you get your hands on it, even if you don't play, is put your hand in here, pull on the bellows, and see if anything comes out on its own. If it comes way out, then there's a leak in the bellows.
Right.
That's bad. Okay, that's costly right there. It could be a gasket or it could be the bellows. The other thing you would check is obviously make sure that there's no buttons sticking. A lot of times there's buttons sticking and you pull it out and it's going to make noise all the time. And the most important thing on the right hand side is isolate each reed. This is just the bassoon reed, and play all the way up and down the accordion. Play all the way up and then play all the way up again, coming in, because those are two separate reeds. That's a different reed than this is on the in and the out. So there's two reeds for each setting. You got to check every note on the in, on the out, on every setting and see if they work. A lot of times there's dust in a reed, or there's a reed missing, or whatever. This is the accordion I'd use for Mexican or Tejano stuff. This is the accordion I use for bluegrass and Celtic stuff. This is the accordion I'd use for jazz and swing. It's got a tone chamber in it, so it's a little more muted. This is what I'd use for an Italian project. This is a 1942 foldable pump organ made by Este, and it's a reed organ, so it makes a sound just like accordions. I'm going to teach you a lick here. This is something I would use in a swing song over a 1 chord, and it's a triplet figure. You can use it on the end of a song, you can use it on the middle of a solo, and you can learn it and play it in different keys. So as far as breaking it down, most of the time when you're on the white keys, it's a G, it's a 1-6 chord. We're using those notes. And we're starting on the root with our index finger and going down to the 6. Using just 3 fingers, that's all you need when you're on the white keys. If you're in the key of C, there's your 6 chord. Of course, you can extend it up. And if you got sharps to negotiate, like in the key of D, you may bring in the 4th and 5th finger. Or if you're starting on a sharp, it's a nice thing about accordion, you can break that no thumb on the sharps or flats rule that you learn as a classical piano player. You can throw that out. So again, here's our lick. And if you were going to end a song, you could put a gliss on the end of it.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. Your studio is lovely, and your house that you built yourself out in the country is lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Erica. It's been a pleasure.